are once again live. Hey everybody! Oh, the game again! Ah! No, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah. Hey everybody! Welcome back to CoopCouchGaming. All you Coop operatives out there, as well as anybody else that's jumping back on the good old couch this evening. So yeah, we started this. I let it run during the break, and we got a decent amount of money. Not gonna lie, we got a decent amount of money. Just a little bit of cash money. Just a wee little bit of dough it is. Yeah, that's probably. Well, all the people that joined me on the couch just left. Oh goodness. We need to go ahead and add trainers. We'll add trainers for. Oh, I forgot. The dang wizardess class has probably been really upset because we haven't had any trainers for them. We'll add trainers for the wizardess as well. Oh, garbage. Now I lost track of which ones I've already added this town. I think we haven't added a warrior yet, I don't think. So warrior, scout. And we'll only have the trainers. We'll have the trainers only be in the one town. Giant dwarf. Why you no place? There we go. And then wizardess. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead, speed this back up. Quest givers. Yeah. We'll make the quest givers the same as the guards. Well, they'll all be wizardesses. Yeah, let's see. Let me double check. We've got we need elite chicken sleuths. I forgot. Yeah, we need elite chicken sleuths here. Only have 2 elite chicken sleuths in each. I mean, this zone's a little bigger. We'll do 3. There you go. 3 chicken sleuths, 2 chicken sleuths. We have all of those. Let's go ahead and add in our quest givers. Wizardess, or wizardess. Let's see, slow down. So 4 quest givers there. 1, 2, we'll have 3 there. Have another 3, 4. We'll have 5. Nope, place, there we go. We'll have 5 there. Oh yeah, I forgot we need to add buildings to this place. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So that's good. Oh, I had commented that they added stuff last episode, and I didn't even look at them. That, I think, is actually new. I think that's a new tree. I don't think that was there last time I played this. I don't know. It's actually perfect for the zone, though. Like that, this tree actually works really well for the zone, not gonna lie. That's a very nice addition if it is new. Like that is perfect, honestly, for this zone. To say, yeah, we've already had those. Let's see, anything else here? Got a couple of arch stones. I think those might have been there though. I think all these bones, yeah, these bones were already pre-existing. Oh, we could add like a giant one to like the skeletal region over here, just kind of chilling out. Be all like, bull, 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 bull. I'm a skeleton. I'm the skeleton of the mountain or something. I don't know. Look at my bones. Oh, goodness. All like, oh, look at my bones all scattered about. Man, I can't believe that happened to me. Can you believe it? Can't even believe it. Messed up. Whoa. Oh yeah, that'd actually be pretty cool, not gonna lie. It'd be like that creature was inside of the stomach of another creature that then died here. Oh dude, that's actually I like that. I like that. That actually reminds me of a D&D campaign that I ran once. The whole idea is that all of the sources of magic were from the deceased remains of magical creatures, right? Yeah, we'll go ahead and just connect it. I mean, at this point, let's see. Yeah, boom. Boom jams, new zone has been finished. At least, I mean, work in progress, but essentially finished. But no, so for the D&D group, or for that particular setting that I was throwing together, the idea of it is, let's see, we need to add. Oh, well, that's a new wall. Oh, and that's a, whoa, jeez, that's a new wall for sure. Well, they added quite a few new walls actually. I think, is that new too? Maybe not that one, but no, we're gonna use these ones. But no, the idea of the particular setting is that all magic was derived from magical creatures that had been deceased, right? Like that had just died off, right? And they basically left a portion of their magic behind in the form of, like, you know, it basically within their bones, within their you know, their structure, basically, right? More or less they were like remnants, essentially. Like they were remnants of these creatures that you can draw power from, is the idea. But yeah, that was a pretty interesting setting, and I was actually pretty happy with that one. But the major town, like one of the, like the major location, which, oh, what was it? The major faction in the major town, it was the city of Galway, I think. But they had the great library, where a bunch of scholars were actively, like, trying to figure out how they can better use the power of, like, the remnants. And you know, that was like the whole idea of, like, the story is, like, they, like, are trying to figure out this magic and, you know, sort of the consequences of, well, trying to learn said magic. Because it doesn't necessarily always go right when you're trying to study somewhat, I wouldn't say forbidden magic, but that town's already gone. It's not even gonna be included in the map. You know what? Or in the walls. But no, you know what? Nah, I want to do this a little bit differently. I'm gonna do this instead. I think that'll look a lot better. Yeah. I quite like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. You know what? We can also maybe just do... Nah, nah, we'll leave it as is. We'll add scenery. Oh, wow, yeah, they added destroyed walls, too. Oh, dude, they added so much stuff to this. Not to mention, they also added the owl flight path, so the owls are new. Like, I definitely don't remember there being owls. It was only the raven path before. Nah, I quite like the owls, though. The owls look pretty cool, not gonna lie. I mean, there's something definitely very Dark Souls about riding a raven, but... Or rather being carried by a raven, I suppose. I was gonna say, good old ships. I was gonna say, we could just do the airship route. That being said, I think airships are really expensive, and they're actually slower. They're pretty much only good for extended travel. Hey, look at all our players migrating to the new zone. Oh, dude. Oh, it's so cool. That being said, we really need to add some, at least basic scenery. This evening, I'm kind of going for more of just like massive swaths, as far as like trying to create stuff versus detail. When it comes to the detail, I'll worry about detail, kind of on my own time, as it were. I kind of feel like that's fair. Kind of like how I've been doing on the YouTube. Like, I've been doing like some extra episodes on the YouTube that are exclusively basically just like nice I won't even, not ASMR, but kinda just like nice chill ASMR-esque somethings, right? All right, so yeah, let's just add bunch of trees throughout this whole region. It's gonna basically be like a cursed forest zone. So let's do a bunch of trees. Whole bunch of tree looking things around here. Just like so. Just like so. You know what, actually, since we kind of have like a proper little like structure settlement over there, let's actually run a road that takes you through the center here and over to that town. So I feel like this is a prominent enough structure to where it would probably have its own dedicated road. Yeah, something like that. Need to delete this little tree though. See you later, little tree having individual. All right, go ahead. Scale that back down. Add a bunch of trees around here. Might as well go ahead and level us up again. You know, I'm not really entirely sure what impact the different stats actually do when it comes to the game creation process. I mean, I'd understand like advertising. That probably boosts the effectiveness of your advertising campaigns, right? Yeah, it gets more players, like it gets more new players involved. But when it comes to combat and loot and all that, I'm not entirely sure what the context for that is, unless it's like it increases the effectiveness to happiness generated from those actions, right? Oh, I accidentally hit a button. My bad. That's the only thing I can really assume that it probably does. It probably just increases the effectiveness of like that particular type of content and how it impacts the happiness of the player that does said action, right? So if a player defeats another player, if a player defeats a mob based on having plus 40% combat, that increases the effectiveness of how effective that particular action, you know, how much effect that has on the player and their willingness to stay, I suppose, right? Or something like that. I don't know, man. You think I know these things? Well, you think I'm a video game player? Nah, I only play video games on my mobile device. I play Sudoku and I don't know, Candy Crush. Think I'm a video game player? I don't know about none of that. Yeah, smash like if you, I don't know, play video games. I don't know. Oh, goodness. You know, honestly, that is one thing that I will say about CoopCouch and just our channel in general. Is that like we really don't push calls for subscribers or anything like that all that much. Which is probably good. Because like, well, I don't know. It's good insofar that like, I don't know. It's not annoying, I suppose. Because sometimes it is like, unless it's like the bit that the person is rolling with, right? Like it does kind of get old after a bit, right? Like if it's the same thing every time. But I don't know. You can kind of make it fun every now and again, and you know, still make it like a call to action. I don't know. I would like to think that whoever's watching is, I don't know, willing to just action regardless of whether I tell them to or not. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like, I don't know, you're a free thinking individual. I don't have to tell you to do a thing. You'll know if you want to do a thing or not, right? Like, I don't know. I gotta give you some credit every now and again, you know? Otherwise, it's like, well, so much for the free will that you got, right? Free will, more like, I don't know. And that's the great thing about free will is like I've got the free will and the freedom to just like not know how to talk. It's pretty great, right? Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty great. Man, I'm glad that there's a bunch of players in the new zone already. That is a very good sight for sore eyes, among other sore parts. But I'm not gonna get into that. Let's see. We'll go ahead. Let's see. Hey, you know what? At this point, I feel like 40 and 40 is pretty decent. Let's just buff ads and get as many players to want to join this game as possible. Like, I think that's going to be our next, like, way to make this work. It's like we really just got to, like, beef up our player base. So right now, I mean, we got 12K. That's not anywhere close to RuneScape standards, you know? And that's the ultimate goal, is, like, to be the next RuneScape. You know, like that's the end game of this game. It's like, well, just become RuneScape. I was gonna say that was actually a project that I was working on with this game, like in sort of like the free, in a bit more of like a free mode, just kind of chill, you know, like not like a real run. I was trying to rebuild like basically to relative scale portions of like actual old school RuneScape, and it was actually turned out pretty decent too. Like I had all of Lumbridge and Varrock. I had like that whole region kind of, at least roughed in. Had a couple of mobs and like classes defined. I mean, really the game only needed 3 classes. Like, it had melee, ranged, and good old magic. So like, it was a pretty easy concept there, but yeah, I don't know. I never ended up getting too much further with that. Just the time thing, but down the road, I don't know, I might try it again, because I mean, it is fun to like try to like rebuild particular universes within other games. I mean, it is kind of fun. I did that roughly, like I had like Lumbridge and like Varrock region done, but it was another game. It was what was it called? Oh, garbage. Was it? No, I don't know. It's not RPG in a box. No, that's the RPG in a box. That's the voxel thing. Oh, garbage. What's it called? I don't know. It's like it's action RPG something. I can't remember off the top of my head though. It's a game that a lot of people complained about because it never got finished, or not finished how people thought it would be finished. It turned out to not be. Yeah. There was a lot wrong with the release of that game, which is sad because like it was a pretty promising idea. Like it was actually like it was a good idea, but they just didn't have the resources to fulfill on that. And it's unfortunate because like I don't know, I was excited to see where it was going, honestly, but that happens unfortunately, especially now. For some reason, like that's been the unfortunate fate for so many Steam games, honestly. Like I don't understand why Steam games like struggle the way they do. I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like half the time it's because like I don't know, the devs, like I don't know, they mean well, but they underestimate the task at hand, and so they end up kind of settling for what they can do with what they have gotten or are given, which is usually way less than what they claim to be pushing for. Like I feel like that's the unfortunate side effect of everything being early access now. It's like I hate how everything is just like early access this, or like no, just don't tell me about it and finish it and then show me the final product. It's like that'd be like me working the job that I do, right? And like sending like a full like unfinished report to a customer, right? Like like I finish like you know, we finish up working an MI or something for a facility, right? And then we like send them like an unfinished list and are like, "Hey, here you go." Like it's useless, it's redundant, you know? It's like, no, they don't want to see that. They want to see a final product. They want to see like what you put time into. Like they want to see like something good, you know, something good that they can use, you know, like I don't know, man. But no, everybody's just so impatient these days when it comes to darn video games and just media in general. It's like, man, just slow your roll. There's plenty of other things to do. Like, just let them have time to finish without everybody prodding into everybody else's business, right? Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I just feel like the prominence of like early access and like all this like in-dev, you know, mumbo jumbo really makes it hard on devs that are like wanting to like try to do something. Because then like like the devs themselves have like so much pressure from the actual gamers, right? Because the thing is, like, you know, they make claims that they intend to you know, follow up on and, you know, complete, but then if they can't, then it's a downward spiral of like, oh well, now everybody hates it, even if it is like still like a pretty good product. Like people will still just hate it because it's not what they claimed it would be, you know? So at that point it's like, well, if they had just worked on it and finished it, then they wouldn't have had all that pressure to begin with, you know? It's like, I get building an audience before the release of something, but at the same time, it's like, at a certain point, you just kind of got to let the system be the system. If it's a good game, people will find it. People will learn about it, you know? Like, people will find it if it's good enough. Geez, I just realized I put so many trees. Goodness. That is almost too many trees, if I'm being honest. Whoa. Oh, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Let's see. We got plenty of ends. Geez, not really, though. Goodness, how many? I mean, they're worth 400 apiece, but I guess I just didn't put very many. Goodness. Goodness. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's just they're pushing for an audience for something that's not even finished yet, you know? Again, it's kind of like the idea of like, oh, well, you're submitting a report to a customer. Newt land. But yeah, you're submitting a report to a customer that hasn't even been finished yet. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm kind of comparing it to, honestly. Because like, all right, well, let's go ahead and just speed things up. Let's see where things go from here. Yeah. Yeah, Neartooth. The legendary land of Neartooth. A land of the undead. And some kind of prophecies, I don't know. There's some kind of prophecies associated with this land, I'm sure. But yeah, it's just like, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just kind of waiting for the money to go back up, because we kind of burned through most of our money. And the next zone, which is going to be this one that we're going to work on, we kind of need some money to work on it. You know, just a little bit of money maybe. So yeah, we're gonna kind of just like chill out, watch all the players kind of have fun with this new zone that we just built. There we go. Look at all the fun these people are having around here. But yeah, that's the thing, man. It's just like, I don't know, I get wanting to see progress on a game, and I get the developer end of it where it's like, oh, you can build an audience for your game that hasn't even been released yet. But it's just, it's so risky, man. It's so risky, and for what gain you get out of that, You know, it's like, I don't know. I don't quite get it personally, but I don't know. I'm not a game developer either. Although I have tried to build some little basic projects and stuff in the past, I never really turned anything into them. But like, it's just like, as far as like publishing a video game is concerned, I don't. Geez, I just realized we have so many bug reports. We need to buy some more devs. I mean, yeah, we have 8 devs for a game that has nearly 12,000 subscribers. Let's go ahead and get a couple more developers. Just need to get Mod Ash up in here, and he'll fix everything. Everybody loves Mod Ash. Goodness. Nah, we're good on help tickets, but yeah, bug reports, we need to cut those down. But no, as far as publishing a game goes, I don't know, I'm more of the mind to just like finish it, release it, it'll do how it does. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school and the market just doesn't work that way anymore, you know? That could also be a bit. It's like maybe just the market's not designed for that now. It's like, you know, back in the day you would just find a video game on a shelf and it's like, oh, well, that looks like a fun video game. I'm not gonna try that one. And it's on, you know, it's on the cheap used or clearance rack, which is what most of mine were back in the day. It's just like, yeah, is it on the clearance rack or, you know, is it, you know, used? It's like, oh, okay, well, that could be interesting. Man, just think, like, Monster Hunter of all games, that game was once in the clearance bin. Like, that's where I found that, and dude, I love, like, even back in the PlayStation 2 era, like, dude, it's so good. You know, it's like, man, that game came a long way considering how massive World became, right? You know, to think that that was a what used to be just like a bargain bin, or at least a bargain bin here in the US. I know it was huge over in Japan and stuff, you know, prior, but like, yeah, to think that the PlayStation 2 release of that was just something that could be found in a bargain bin for a couple bucks, like, it's like, goodness, man, there's so many players dying right over here. Are the zomboys just that powerful? Maybe. Well, they just need to group up and buy more potions and such. Speaking of which, what are we charging base value for potions and such? 10 gold? Well, that's the blacksmith. 10 gold. 1 gold for potions. That's reasonable. I feel like that's fair. What about the markets here? Yeah, 0 gold to sell stuff. That's fine. Alright, we have a decent amount of gold now. But let's see. What do we want to do for this? Let's go ahead and at least define this little section. So desert. Now we'll do chasm. We could do mushroom grove. That could be interesting. Yeah. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I see. Oh, wow. It's a little bit more grovey than I was expecting it to be. Not gonna lie. We could do icy. Really didn't change too much, did it? Oh, nah, you know what? Let's just do another field. But this would be like, let's see. Yeah, we'll have this be another field. I think. Go ahead and change this all over to field. Field biome here. Yeah, there we go. There you go. There you go. All right, so let's see. Go ahead and delete a bunch of stuff. So in other words, what I was saying before, any potential or in the current process game devs, try like giving updates and even having in-dev versions of your game. It's fine, but please don't make promises about what you're going to include in your game, Because everybody's just going to be disappointed, even if you do somehow manage to follow through. Like, people are just going to be upset because it happens every time. So, like, please just don't, because, yeah, I don't know, man. It makes it difficult, man. They really do. Because then you got people that are all upset about it and all that jazz. And nobody wants to be upset about a game that they thought that they were going to like. Because that's just even more frustrating than anything. You know what I mean? Yes. The great chasms of this land. I don't even know what this land's called. Well, what's this land called again? Oh, there's actually water. Like a little tiny portion of water right there. What in the world? Whoa. How are we unearthing water right now? I'm so confused. I didn't think that that could happen. All right. Sure. I legitimately didn't know. I thought that just anything inland would just have no water, but I guess not. It's actually like a water base underneath of the entire map. It's just depending on the height, like the default height, I guess it just either shows or doesn't show sometimes. That's interesting. That is quite interesting indeed. Indeed, the Lords of Lordrend or whatever. Oh, goodness. But yeah, before we get started on this new zone, we probably do need a little bit more money. Oh, actually, before we do that, I need to, not that. I do need to fill out this village a little bit more, because there's really not that much going on here. So yeah, we'll add a couple more buildings. A couple more buildings to this little town. Just like so. Kind of make it all nice and neat here. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. You know what? We'll even add good old Neartooth. Go ahead and add wall around this little town too. Kind of match the others, yeah. Yeah, here we go. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Just like so, just like so. I don't want to connect it all the way. That is the one thing I hate about trying to do walls. Is that unless you have to turn off snap the walls, but I don't think you can do that while you're trying to place the wall. Ugh. But it do be like that sometimes, yeah. It do be like that. Oh, dude, teleporters. Is that relatively new? The last time I played this, or at least not like on stream, the last time I played this just in general, I don't think there were teleporters. Oh, that's actually, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and release that, because that does seem pretty solid, not gonna lie. Like, that seems pretty dang good. Straight up gonna get SAO up in here with its teleporting system or whatever. Oh, all right, so I'm gonna take a break here in a second, but once I get back, I'm going to I've got some stuff to say. I've got some stuff to say about good old Sword Art Online. Some good, some bad, but yeah, I've got some stuff to say. That's all I'm gonna say for now, but yeah, oh, it's a whole thing, man. It's a whole thing. You know what? I'll leave that. I'm gonna add scenery later. It'll be fine for now, though. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a break. I'll be right back here pretty soon. I'm just gonna let this run and kind of see where we end up. Jeez, we have so many. Sorry, I just got distracted again. That's not the right tab. Now we need this tab. Here we go. Oh, no, my ad campaigns. Oh, I see. Yeah, it was the streamer bonus. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was starting to worry. I was like, goodness, I just bought those ads. Goodness, Google AdSense. Why are you not pushing our content here? But anyway, yeah. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a little break, so I'll see everybody soon. Thanks again to all you Coop operatives for jumping by the couch today, as well as anybody else that decided to join me. Yeah, I'll be right back. See you soon.